At 7 minutes past 8, when Major Phil Packer was injured in a rocket attack in Iraq just over a year ago, doctors believed he would never walk again.
But he's astonished them because his recovery has gone so well. He's planning to enter the London Marathon next month. He won't be running, but he does hope to walk the course on a pair of crutches. Major Packer's here with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I mean, it's phenomenal to think that you were injured in February last year, and now you are planning to walk 26 miles.
Yes.
Amazing. I mean, just how to what do you put down your very speedy recovery?
The medical services that treated me in Iraq and the NHS hospital where I had my spinal surgery, absolutely fantastic. And when I moved to Headley Court, which is the Defence Medical Rehabilitation Centre, I've spent a month in, month out over the past 6 or 7 months working on my legs to try and get anything back, which they have done, and it's been quite tremendous. And really I owe it to all the civilian and military doctors and nurses who've looked after me.
And we say it's extraordinary because, as we said there, you weren't expected to walk again, and yet here you are now saying that you are prepping for the London Marathon. You only took your first steps when? Proper steps?
Unaided last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we've got pictures of you walking on some parallel bars. Was those the first? Here we are.
Yeah.
What was it like at that moment, having been told that you may never walk again, Phil?
It's fantastic. I mean, it was unexpected, and I think when you first get told news like that, you have, quite dark days, and you've got to have hope, and you've got to have something to look forward to in the future. And also, I think that it's important that as an officer within the armed forces, I hope to enthuse other people, and that's what it's really driven me on.
It's a long way from a few steps, though, to 26 miles.
Yep.
I mean, and you haven't got that long to before the race itself, anyway. I mean, it's the end of next month, is it?
26th of April. Yeah.
Right. Well, are you going to be ready?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Of course you will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and as you say, serving is an inspiration. You keep getting all these offers and challenges now, all sorts of things coming up. Climbing, tell us some of the things you've been offered.
And it started last year when I was in hospital, and I wanted to raise £1 million for Help for Heroes, and I thought the best way to do it would be to hopefully enthuse other people to find out information for other injured service personnel of different sports. And really it started by going to the Paralympic trials and trying a lot of different sports that day. And since then, I rode the Channel about 3 weeks ago with a guy called Al Humphreys, skydived with the Red Devils, sailed, water skied, the Floor London Marathon, who've obviously given me this golden ticket, which is fantastic. And then after that, I fly to the United States to climb El Capitan, which is a mountain in Yosemite.
Gosh. And in the long term, are you hoping to make a complete recovery to walk unaided?
I'd love to, absolutely. And I want to carry on serving in the armed forces. It's been my life for 16 years, and I absolutely love it.
And they say that's a realistic...
I think it's very difficult with spinal injury. Every single spinal injury is very different, and it really depends on your recovery and what does come back. I'm still paralysed around the waist area, the bladder bowel area, so I don't have anything there at all. But the flickers that I've got, we've been working on to try and allow me to do 2 miles per day, which is my consultant who said I've got to be very careful not to damage myself.
Yeah.
After a year of not using my thighs, I've got complete muscle wastage, and it's getting that back. So it's.
Yeah. And you're raising money. You mentioned Help for Heroes, of course, the charity that has done so much, been so instrumental to raise funds for people like you, and especially for Headley Court and rehabilitation. What are the other stories that you're hearing from the guys that are coming back? Because we've heard so much just recently. It was the most senior military psychiatrist admitted yesterday the government's no idea how big a problem it faces in the future of the number of traumatised troops returning from Iraq and Afghanistan who've been not only injured, but the mental impact.
I think that the service charities, along with the Ministry of Defence, are working together to support injured servicemen coming back, and I think it's a joint effort. I think they're very aware of the situation, and everybody comes back gets the best support possible. I think that obviously, just by watching the news over the last few days, it's devastating to see soldiers that are killed there and people that are coming back. But it's a realistic part of war, and it's something that I have seen firsthand that the Ministry of Defence are very aware of and give what I believe is to be the very best support to us.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you all the very best with London Marathon. Of course, it's going to take you slightly longer than the average.
It will.
How long?
It's going to take me 13 days. Start on the 26th of April, finish on the 9th of May.
So you walk for a day, mark the spot, go away and sleep and come back?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we should come and keep you company at some
Great.
stage.
And it kind of breaks down that, you know, obviously what I'm trying to do is raise £1 million, and I've got a website called www.philpacker.com, and really the support I'm asking for, I think, from the public is to get behind it, because I'm trying to really support people that are in a far worse situation than I am with injuries, and it's the support of the public really that's going to get me to that £1 million.
All right.
Yeah. All the very best,
Yes,
and we look
indeed.
forward to seeing you at the end when you come in and tell us how you've been getting on. Really
Delighted
good to see you. Thank
And
you
you.
very
Phil,
much indeed.
thanks very much.
Thanks very much indeed.
It's coming up to 13 minutes past 8 and still to come on.